My name is Anna Carrier Barnett. I'm the Lynnwood Expression skating coach here. I've been here about 5 years now. I started in skating when I was 10 years old, skated competitively for 14 years. So within that 14-year career, I did become the world champion. After I retired from competitive skating, I started teaching in Texas, and then I moved to California, and then eventually up to Washington State, back to my roots where I started a family and then began teaching. I made my way here to Lynnwood Bowl and Skate about 5 years ago with just a few kids. Larry was a big supporter and a big fan of us. In fact, when we first came with Kylie, he brought his family in to see artistic roller skating because he'd never seen artistic roller skating before, and he was pretty impressed. And I think to impress Larry, that says something. So Kylie was out there skating, and his daughters really loved it. And at that time, Kylie, and at the time Josh Rhodes was here too, that's Kylie's brother-in-law, they were training for the World Championships. After a couple months here, he said, well, what are you going to do? And we really didn't have a place to go. And I said, well, I don't know, maybe we're going to retire and just be done. And he said, well, did you ever think about coming here? And we really hadn't thought too much about it. And I looked around, and it's a beautiful facility, and Larry was a big supporter. So I thought, maybe we should come here. Maybe this would be a great opportunity to build the club and start the Saturday classes and bring in the recreational part of the sport into us and maybe into the competitive arena, which we have. Currently we have a large club, a large competitive club. The Saturday classes here, the recreational classes that we have on Saturday from noon to 1, and they move right from there to the junior club that we have on Saturday from 11:30 to noon. And if they want to move further into the competitive arena, then they can go into the competitive club. I think the public, one of the things that they don't realize is that we do have competitive roller skating. I think when we mention roller skating, they immediately turn to roller derby, and that's not what we are. Although roller derby is a wonderful part of our sport, and we're a big supporter of roller derby. In fact, we have some roller derby girls that come over into artistic roller skating because they've heard about us and they just thought it was wonderful to be able to learn to jump and spin. I think a lot of people think of it as, you do that on roller skates, and what I say is we do exactly what you do on ice skates, and we can do it on roller skates, and they're just amazed that you can do those things on roller skates, on wheels that actually turn and roll. How can you land with something rolling underneath you? And I think they're pretty impressed by that. And one of the things that we do to show that is we have our club practice on Saturdays, so when the recreational skaters come in for Learn to Skate class that we offer here at Lynnwood Bowl and Skate, they come in and see the class. And when it's their first time, they come back the next week earlier. And the parents want to just come and sit and watch because they've never seen something like this. And when you've seen, we have skaters from 6 years up until 45 years old. So we have all skill levels from beginning to the elite, like Kylie Berger. So I think the parents are really impressed, and the kids are already impressed. But once the parents get impressed, they want to know more. And once they get to know more, then they want to become involved. And I have a young man that came into our sport about three years ago, and he tried every sport. I mean, and just, he liked the sports. But once he came for a birthday party and he saw us skating, we were practicing right before the birthday party, he was like, wow, I want to try that. And so now he skates pairs, and they're going to try for the national championships. They're very, very good. And it has just made a world of change in his life. There's a lot of rinks in the area, but there's people from all over come to Lynnwood Bowl and Skate in order to skate here and train here and take lessons here. They come from Bellevue, Redmond, Kent, Renton, Edmonds, Sammamish, Lynnwood, Mukilteo, Everett. So as you can see, they come from all over. Our sport, a little bit different than roller derby and speed skating, where it just takes a couple hours a week to train. Artistic roller skating, you actually need 15 plus hours inside the rink. So we feel really fortunate to be able to skate here at Lynnwood Rollaway and have those amount of hours here and have Larry and his staff support us. We just feel really lucky to have that support from him and the team.